African Navy Diverse Recruitment Drive is currently in Limpopo. We are at Polokwane Town Swimming Pool. The question that we get, that is the one question that we get all the time, is what happens to the recruits after this selection? Well, ladies and gentlemen, with me I have able seaman Ringani, who was part of the South African Navy Diverse Recruitment Drive 2021. Ringani, how are you?
I'm quite well, and yourself, ma'am?
I'm quite good, thank you. Ringani, can you tell us who is able seaman Ringani and how did you end up becoming a South African Navy diver?
Ma'am, I'm a very humble person, ma'am. I come from the streets of Pretoria, in Churchville to be exact. I heard about the poster on the SA National Defence Force website on Facebook, ma'am. And then my father also encouraged me to go and take a leap of faith and try it out, ma'am. So at that time I wasn't pretty too sure, but I gave it a try, and it all worked out in the end, because after that, after we did the recruitment, after a few months they called us in to do some medicals and all of that, to just check us if we're still okay and all of those type of things, ma'am. And then in 2022 in March we went on to SAS Saldanha, ma'am, where we did our basic training, ma'am. And after that, after about 8 months in October, we left Saldanha and we went to Simonstown.
Okay. Now, I just want to pick it up from there. When you go into Simonstown, now can you tell our followers what happens then? How did you end up becoming the South African Navy diver? Can you take us through that process?
It was a really difficult one, man. It took a lot out of me as an individual. You had to grow. I had to grow quite a lot, not just physically but mentally was the most important one, because the things that we do are quite difficult, and it does not just need your body, ma'am. It needs you to be extremely strong up here, ma'am.
So if I may ask, Ringani, was it anything close to the day of the recruitment?
No, ma'am. No. At first, the transition from civilian, ma'am, to being a sailor, a soldier, ma'am, it felt like the worst thing ever. But while we were in basics, they trained our mind to think in a more positive manner and to love your body and all of those type of things. So when I got to Simonstown, my mind had already adjusted to tough times and to always be strong and to carry on. So that really helped me quite a lot, ma'am. And
Ringani, any motivation to the youth? I mean, we have 4 more provinces to go. What would you then tell them?
You have to be strong, ma'am, and you have to love water, ma'am. Water, if you don't have a relationship with it, ma'am, you have to make a relationship with it, ma'am. You have to make sure that you swim, ma'am. You have to make sure that you train, ma'am. At least, I don't know, just make sure that in a week you get your hours in the water, ma'am. Make sure that you are fit, because land-wise and water-wise, there are 2 different things, ma'am. Water has its own fitness as well as land has its own fitness, ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it from able seaman Ringani, who was part of the South African Navy Diverse Recruitment Drive in 2021. There is a process that follows after this particular process. It's a human resource process whereby they need to check your criminal records and your medicals as well. So we are saying to our youth, once you are done with this selection, please do look after yourself and stay away from anything that can get you a bad record. Ladies and gentlemen, the South African Navy Diverse Recruitment Drive is moving to its 5th province, being Mpumalanga. We are going to be at Van Riebeck Swimming Pool on the 16th to the 17th of May. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Lieutenant Cindy Siwe Maja, and we'll definitely see you there.